What is going on, traders? It's a late video. I just got in from a flight and I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. We're going to try to knock this one out. I want you guys to be ready for this upcoming week, this upcoming trading week. Before we start, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So, heading into tomorrow, Monday, first things first, what do we know about Mondays? We know that Mondays usually correlate with Fridays or mirror Fridays. What does that mean if you're new to the channel? That simply means that usually when Fridays are bullish, Mondays are bullish. When Fridays are bearish, Mondays are bearish. So my expectations heading into tomorrow, at least based on historical data, is that we can see a little bit of upside. Do I think we're going to rally or anything? I don't think that's going to be the case, but we can see potential upside. Now, as far as key levels here, 500, simple as that. You want to see us get back above 500, right back into this area, right back into this rising wedge, rising channel, whatever you want to call it. If you can get back in here, there is hope for newer highs and a potential target of 510. But my main level that I'm looking out for is at least these guys right here. Right here, 502, 503 range. We break above these guys, absolutely, we're heading to 510, no doubt in my mind. But for now, we're going to play it humble. We're going to look for that roll back over. Like I tell you guys, when we roll back into patterns, typically we go back into that direction. We see it happen here, right? We see it happen right here. We broke below, and then we roll back into the pattern, and look what happened. We started to create newer highs. So it is possible that we can see the same scenario happen here, when we break back into here, maybe get a retest of 500, 501 range, and then potentially head higher, all right, and head towards that 510, maybe even higher than that on the triple Qs. So something to look out for. Now, as far as downside goes, right now, it's looking a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie. I would not jump the gun on this. I would not go into tomorrow just immediately start buying calls. I will wait to see what happens here, because Friday we retested the bottom of this channel, and it looks like we could see more downside here. Key levels to the downside I'm looking at is 490, psych level 488, and then after 488 we're looking at as low as 485 on the triple Qs. That's what I'm looking out for. Now, one thing we have to address: a presidential candidate getting shot is not something that makes the market rally. Like, when has that ever been a thing? When has a presidential candidate doing something caused the market to rally? Like, let's it's okay to be bullish. It's okay to be bearish. It's okay to have a bias, I guess, as long as you're not like losing people money by with your bias. But there's copium, okay? A presidential candidate getting shot and we're calling for a rally because of that, that's just pure copium. You're smoking all the copium in the world if you think that's going to rally the market and bring us to new highs. We gotta make things make sense, guys. Okay, we just gotta make things make sense. We gotta call copium for what it is, and that's just pure copium. Could it be good for the Donald Trump stock? Sure. DWAC? Absolutely. But you're talking about big tech, Dow Jones, all these stocks are just gonna go crazy because Donald Trump got shot and he raised his fist. Like, come on, guys. Yeah, let's come on. All right. Now, heading into tomorrow, there is news heading into tomorrow. 8:30 Eastern, we have Empire State Manufacturing Index. And we have Chairman Powell speaking. For some reason, we think Trump getting shot is going to rally the market, is rallying the market. Well, we have Chairman Powell speaking tomorrow. You're telling me that's going to trump what Powell says? Like, come on, guys. No pun intended, but come on. Like, we gotta use our heads here. Come on. All right, I think I dragged it enough. Hopefully that makes sense. If anything is going to rally the market, it's going to be Chairman Powell speaking tomorrow. Like, does that should make perfect sense, right? Let's look at the SPY here. SPY. I told you guys this. I showed you guys this. There's nothing about this that shows that we are bullish right now. I mean, obviously, higher lows, higher highs, and all that. But right now, as far as short term, as far as heading into tomorrow, at least the first 2 days, this is showing me to be cautious. We're below 560 on the SPY. That is a very key level. Look at where we are on the daily time frame. I mean, it's looking like the market is anticipating Powell saying something bad. That's what it's looking like. Can we go higher from here? Sure. Do I think it's just going to be like record breaking higher? I don't think so. I think maybe we tease above 560, maybe trap bulls again, because this was a bull trap. I'll show you on the 4 hour time frame. This was definitely a bull trap, and then we break down. All right. That's what I'm looking at. Your key levels here is 557. After 550, actually, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. All right, so your key level here is 557, 556. You can call your psych level 555. After that, you can go as low as 548. Okay, 548, 550 psych level. All right, we go back in history and we see every time we hit this channel, and this is just simply off historical data, we reject it. We reject it multiple times here. So that shows just how powerful the top of this rising wedge pattern is. Very strong here. It rejected multiple times. This just shows that bulls continued. They kept trying to break higher, and then look what happened. All right, a presidential candidate getting shot is not a reason for the market to go to the moon. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I that's never been a thing, guys. Like we gotta make things make sense out here. But again, mark this channel on your charts for the spot. We are at the top of it, close below it. We closed below 560. Right now, it's looking a little sketchy. All right, it's looking a little sketchy. Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, I think can head to 64K, 64, 65K. If we go to our daily time frame, there is potential for inverse head and shoulders pattern here. We could see a move like this. We head towards 64, 65K. The supply and demand zone right here. Break down, maybe consolidate around 60K, and then potentially go higher. That's speculation, guys. But we do have us so far a shoulder and a head. And just in case you don't see it, we got one right here. Boom. And we got one right here. So pay attention to Bitcoin. For now, my price target is still 64, 65K, somewhere around there. And then if we just so happen to go higher, then we'll talk about it from there. Right now in the Discord, we are in Coinbase. We are in 30 calls. And right now, Coinbase is like a little above 30 after hours. We got in on that on Friday. So if you want access to the Discord plays, I'm telling you, link is in the description below. We hardly lose. Not over 90% win rate. All right. I don't make this stuff up. You're welcome to join. If you don't like it, yeah, you're welcome to bounce as well after the first month or whatever the case may be. But yeah, Bitcoin looks good right now. Short term at least 65K. Look out for that target. Let's look at some stocks real quick. Let's look at Meta. So somebody asked me about Meta in the Discord, and I really like Meta if it goes to 480. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. All right, that's what I'm looking for Meta. If it hits this trend right here at around 480, I think that's an excellent buying opportunity for Meta. So right here, this is a daily trend. And as you guys can see, I don't make this up. We bounced here. We bounced here. And then we got pretty close in these other areas. But overall, we just continue to bounce here. So I think 480 would be a nice buying opportunity for Meta. We'll see what happens from there. All right. Amazon. Amazon, I really think is a great buying opportunity at around 188, 190. I think that's an excellent buying opportunity. But again, you also want to wait for confirmation. Despite what I say, you want to wait for confirmation. Right now, it's holding this trend. But I would really, if the market just so happens to break down, I would really love Amazon at around 188, 190. I think that's a great buying opportunity. And I would look to buy calls heading into its earnings or at least leaps. Okay. I think Amazon is just very underpriced. But do with that information what you want. But I do think Amazon is very underpriced. I definitely think it deserves to be over 200. I think that's going to happen. It's just a matter of the market letting it be great. Apple. Apple. Apple looks a little. Apple looks good, but it looks sketchy at the same time. It's weird. It's still above key levels here. Apple does have the potential to do inverse of the market. That is true. That's 100% true. It can go inverse of the market. So if the market does decide to tank or plummet or whatever the word you want to use here, Apple can go higher. So right now, I do think Apple can still see 250. I still think that's on the table. And if Apple goes up, then there's a chance that semiconductors go down. And I'm not making that up. That's usually what we see happen. Like Apple goes up, takes charge, tries to hold the queues up, and then semiconductors just pretty much start plummeting, or at least Nvidia does. Some semiconductors just do what they want. All right, Russell. Russell looks great. It's just it's pretty overextended, but I feel like Russell. I do have a price target for Russell on as 220 to 30 range. somewhere around there. So if anything, I would do dated contracts on the Russell. I think this thing is due for a massive explosion. I told you guys that once the Russell gets above 212, it's going to go parabolic, and it went as far as 215. I still think it has more room to the upside. Maybe this news tomorrow, maybe Chairman Powell will help boost this thing higher, or he can just easily plummet it. All right, because the Russell reacts is very sensitive to rate cut news. Okay, very sensitive to it. So pay attention to Russell. I still like Russell long term. I think it's going to go absolutely parabolic. I mean, it's already doing it. I mean, this is crazy move. So, congratulations if you got into that play. I wish I did at around 2.7. But if the Russell just so happens, IWM just so happens to revisit 207, 209, between 209 and 207, excellent buying opportunity. All right, do what you want with that information. Coin, absolutely love coin. Right now, coin is probably above 30 after hours because Bitcoin just jumped all the way above 62K. Yeah, so we're looking if I'm thinking coin can at least see 250 tomorrow. That would be $1,000 per contract. Shout out to Vitamin for that update. But yeah, really like coin. We got in around 17 on Friday. We got in around 17 on Friday. I alerted Discord jumping around 217. Well, they jumped in at 219. I ended up jumping in at 217, but I still thought it was a good play, and obviously I was right. It's gapping up right now, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't want to try to get my hopes up too high, but I can imagine it's just going to give away all this like immediately in the open. So we'll see. I could be wrong. Tesla does that all the time, so we'll see. Nvidia. So I want you guys to pay attention to TSM earnings. TSM earnings is this week. Nvidia looks like, and remember I told you guys, Apple goes up and usually Nvidia goes down. That's what's been happening lately. And right now, Nvidia looks like it wants to go down. And I just showed you guys Apple wants to go up. It looks like it wants to go down. So if Nvidia gives up I would say 128, be careful, okay? It can make the move down to 126, 125. There's a lot of turbulence, so I don't think it's going to like break down completely. I think if anything was going to cause Nvidia to break down, it would be TSM earnings, okay? We got Netflix earnings, we got TSM earnings. I think those are going to start setting the tone. And I told you guys I am bullish until big tech earnings, and we are right there. Literally right there. This is the time. If there was not other time to be cautious, this is the time to be cautious. We're close to big tech earnings. We're basically there right now. So again, if something was going to drop in video, I think it's TSM earnings. That's all I have for this video, guys. I pretty much dragged it. I am exhausted from my trip. I'm losing my voice. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, I really appreciate the support. So subscribe to the website. The link in the description below. To those who subscribe to the website, newsletter is already out. We got so much coming, guys. It's going to be great. We got merch coming. We got text message alerts coming. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I really appreciate the support. I'm really looking forward to growing this channel. My next step is to start editing out my videos and just making them look better. And other than that, that's all I have, guys. Until the next video, traders, have a good one.